Alright, so I got a couple of points here, here, and here, and these points are part of some kind of parabola that are modeled by a quadratic equation. My goal is to figure out whether the cannon is going to hit the flag somewhere in this area. And also I'm given the A, B, and C values of the quadratic equation. So here I know that A is equal to -4, B is equal to 3, and C is equal to 7. So I'm going to try to solve this quadratic equation by factoring, and the solution will hopefully tell me where the cannonball is going to land. So let's start by writing this quadratic equation in standard form. Standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c, and to solve we set it equal to 0. So in this case we're going to write -4x squared plus 3x plus 7. And since my a value is not 1, it's -4, we're going to solve using the box method. So let's start by drawing a box. In the first column of the box, I'm going to put my first term, which is -4x squared. In my last box, I'm going to put my last term, which is 7. And then in the middle boxes, I'm going to figure out what I need to put by multiplying the first term times the last term, which is -4 times 7, which is -28. So that means I'm looking for two factors that multiply to be -28, and at the same time add to be the middle term. In this case it's 3. So what numbers work to do that? Well, I know that +7 times -4 is equal to -28, and at the same time 7 plus -4 is also +3. So that means that the numbers in this box are going to be 7x, and then my other factor, which is -4, and we'll put it in this box. And it doesn't matter whether we put 7 here or -4 there. We're going to end up with the same factors. So now we're going to go through and factor all the rows and columns. So we'll start with this row here. If we look at 7x and -4x squared, the only thing they have in common is x. If we look at -4x again and 7, they only share a 1 in common. So now let's factor the columns. We'll do this column. -4 and -4 share a -4, of course, and then they both have an x, so we'll factor out the x. And then the last column, we have 7x and 7. We're going to factor out the 7. So now we know that the factors of this quadratic equation are -4x and 7, and then x and 1. So let's write the factors. So one of my factors is x plus 1, and my other factor right there is -4x plus 7. And my goal is to solve it, so I'm going to set it equal to 0. And I'm going to solve each side for 0. So if I have x plus 1, x has to be -1. That's going to be one of my solutions. My other solution is going to be -4x plus 7. I'm going to set that equal to 0. And I'll do a two-step equation. Subtract 7. -4x is equal to -7. And then let's divide both sides by -4. And of course, negative divided by negative is going to end up being a positive. So my answer is x is equal to 7/4, or as a decimal, it's 2.75. So going back to my original question, Will the cannonball hit my target? So it's looking like it's going to land somewhere by 2.75. And looking at this flag, I can kind of see that that's the area that it's at. So my argument is going to be yes, it is going to hit the flag. Alright, thanks guys. Until next time, good luck.